guys, so this morning I have a quick video for you. It was kind of unplanned, but I needed to change the ink in my fountain pen, so I thought I'd do it on the video with you and show you kind of what I'm thinking of. And I'm going to try and mix some inks together and see how that goes. So I thought, it'd be a nice thing to share. So what I am doing here is I'm just getting out my Maverick, Chic Sparrow Maverick, and it's got the Moleskine Daily Pocket Planner, which is what I'm using for my just kind of everyday journal. It's just enough page, of a page where I can kind of do a few snippets of the day without sort of it being a burden. And I'm just showing you here, I saw Think Pretty Thoughts on Ali Brown's channel the other day, and I just kind of did a little sort of thing of that. I really love having this extra notebook here because, quite often there's something else that I need to write down or want to kind of just, use some paper and do something, and I can use this other journal because the daily one doesn't quite give you enough room. But anyway, here I'm just showing you I am using the smoky grey from ink from Quaco and this purple one. This is a really nice ink as well, but it's a little bit too purple, and I'm looking to kind of create a dusky purple. So I just have this ink syringe from Jet Pens. It's just, a blunt sort of ink dropper, and you can refill the ink cartridge with that. So you just sort of pull the needle out and then you screw that in. It's pretty simple. And then I have water there to rinse the colour out, but what I realised is you actually need 2 cups, or you need to be near a sink, because I'll show you the purple ink gets in there. But so here I'm just pulling out the cartridge, and you can see that there's kind of not much ink left, and for some reason as soon as it gets down to about that much, it just starts to skip and kind of cause problems. So I'm just getting the smoky grey to start with, and I'm just putting mostly the smoky grey in. So I'm just kind of moving the top part of the cartridge. When you put the cartridge in, a little bit of the plastic sort of goes in there. I'm just moving that aside so I can get that ink in there. And then I'm just getting rid of the excess back into that smoky grey ink bottle. And then I had to go and sort of wash that out. And then here I'm just getting a little bit of the purple, and I'm just going to add a little bit of that to the top there. So not too much, but just kind of trying to make that grey a sort of lavender grey. And I want it to be a little bit of the colour of the Chopin ink. But the reason that I love the smoky grey, and you'll see this sort of in a minute, is that it doesn't bleed through the paper. So Moleskine is kind of notorious for not having that great quality of paper for fountain pens. But the smoky grey in the extra fine, just I can write on it, I can flex it a little bit, I can do things, and it's not going to bleed through. So here I'm just showing you, I'm just shaking up the cartridge there to sort of get those colours mixed together. And then I'm just screwing that back in, and there hasn't been any sort of ink spills except for on my finger there. And so here I am just going to kind of trying to do a writing sample, and then I realised I'm going to need to write with it to get the grey that's sort of already in the nib out before the new colour comes in. So that took me a minute, and then so this whole kind of video is quite short, but it's taken me a couple of hours this morning, stopping and starting and doing different bits of footage and writing things. And here you can, so I couldn't really get it on camera. I'm not sure if this is going to come up at all, but the sort of emblem in the middle is the lavender grey, the one on the left is the grey, and then the one on the right is the purple ink, and you can see how heavily that bleeds through, and that's why I like the smoky grey. You can see also, there's some feathering there, like I wrote a very strong, and the A was just completely feathered out. So I'm not sure, I'll try and get some sort of different photos and put them on my blog or something, because it actually turned out really quite nicely. It's a slightly lavender grey, which is exactly what I wanted. And I try and kind of show you here a little bit. So on the left, the roses and the garland is done with the lavender grey versus the black that actually initially came in the Lamy. So, I mean, in the pilot, which I actually really do like that black ink as well, it was quite nice. But yeah, was just kind of a quick video to let you know kind of that's how I'm thinking of mixing the inks from now on, and kind of trying to create some of my own colours. And then also I painted this the other day. It's like a Ted Baker rain boot that he came out with a couple of years ago, and I thought we might do like a watercolour tutorial on that soon, so stay tuned for, or at least something like that. It might not be, but some of the techniques that I learned. And yeah, I will see you guys very soon. Bye.